Creatives, how are you? Welcome back to the Nerd Creative channel. FANHOME Star Wars build the Millennium Falcon. In this video we're going to complete stage 54 of the build. Let's go. As always, we've got merch for the channel. We have our Nerd Creative range and our Stay Creative range. Links in the description. Get whatever you want. every stage of the build comes component parts and a magazine. These, there's quite a few of them, are the components for stage 54. That's a really good close-up of the top of the Falcon, all the scorch marks and everything, which I'm gonna put on mine. I'm probably gonna have to spray it like this grey, because the way it looks at the moment, it's kind of like a beige colour, and then I'll add all the as much paint detailing things as possible. GFP class shuttle. Falcon sensor suites. Okay, so there's a list of the components that come in this section and the step-by-step instructions. So we're going to be doing some more framework on the top of the Falcon. So we'll be halfway through with the framework, and then we've got a battery holder. Yeah, good. So as always, before I start any build, I just like to make sure what it says we're supposed to have here, that we have in here. That's my knife. Okay. And that comes off just like that. So we've got some hull detailing, we've got a sprue, we've got 4 bolts, we've got, I don't know what that is, I'm not sure, it's a little sticker. We've got some connectors and some nuts. Got some inner frame working, and we have a battery box holder. We've also got another piece of jig to sit the top section, so it's safe. So let's just check. So we've got 2 pieces of hull framing. We have the jig, we have rib connectors and 2 hull connectors and 4 bolts. We have some hull detail, some hull plating and a battery holder. So we've got everything that we're supposed to have at this stage of the build. We've got our screws, we've got our screwdrivers, we've got our components, we've got our magazine. Let's go. So I brought the upper frame back because we're going to put a 2 hull connector here. I can't zoom in from this angle, unfortunately. And get a couple of black screws out. And a magnetic screwdriver. And I'm going to line this up like that. Oh, that's not going to work. So I'm going to put the screw through the 2 hull connector like we've done before. It's a little fiddly, like that. And then I'm going to put the panel up directly on the desk to make it easier, like that. Get the screwdriver on the screw. It's a little bit of a manoeuvre. a bit fiddly as I've said. Hope it's going in now. It's going to change screwdrivers to my good one, which is here. Prefer this, but it's not magnetic anymore. Keep it straight. Yeah, like that. Got the 2-hole connector there. And we got to put another 2-hole connector here. The screw in the 2-hole connector like that. It's got to go here like that. Second 2-hole connector. Then we've got to put another 2-hole connector just there. Let's get the screw in the hole. Seems to be the best way to do it. That's our one, you can't see the one like that. 1, 2, 3 screw hole connectors done. So we need to get this piece. It's not this piece. This is TF19. I need to get TF17. I'll just get that. So we take TF19, which came in this stage, and we line it up to hit these two 2-hole connectors, like that. With a couple of black screws. There, that's them two fastened. That onto there. We've got to put another 2-hole connector here. And then we're going to get TF20, which is this, and TF20 goes in here and connects with that 2-hole connector and that 2-hole connector. Make sure it's where it's supposed to be. Yeah, like that. Yeah, it's right in the corner now. I'm not going to tighten it until I get that second one in, because the second one seems to be a bit of a problem. It's not lining up properly. Yeah. I'll loosen this one. There. See if it's right. Not quite. It's a bit better, but it's not quite there. Yeah, it's not quite. I have to take this one out. Yeah, it's starting to go in. Set it flat now. Sometimes they're just like that, you know, they just don't go in straight away. Just got to adapt and loosen them. Just tighten this one up now. So that's 20 with 19. So we've got to take the radial rib that we got in this section, and there's got 2 holes, well, 2 holes there and 1 hole there, so we've got to attach it on here with 3 screws. And loosely get that one in. And get that one in there. And then get a third one in. And get my favourite screwdriver to tighten them up. The radial ribbon. Yeah, so that that's all of the framework in this stage done. As you can see, just turn it around. We've done completely half of the upper framework. Okay, so I've retrieved the battery box from the lower part of the Falcon. So I'm just going to cut this sticker out. The sticker goes on this. It goes on the inside of here. It's like a protective padding rather than a sticker. So it goes in here in the middle like that. Yeah, because it's not that sticky. I think the adhesive has stayed on here. No, it's like a double-sided tape situation. Let me just see if I can put it back on here, because the stickiness is left on this white bit, which is no, that's not what it's supposed to do. Right, so I'm gonna have to peel it. See if I can peel it. Oh, that's not good. Try and separate. Yeah, there we go. There we go. There, that's what I was trying to do. So the sticky bit is there. So we've got to stick it in the middle, like that. This. And there is a place to put it, so they've got raised areas there, and then it's got 2 stoppers there. So that sits in there like that, slides right up to there. I did grab a battery box from another build of mine, but it's not. It has to be this size. And then we put this over the top, and it has to go a certain way. If you notice that it's going like in an upward. That match there like that, so it sits there. So I just need to screw these into place. The ends of the straps and the mounting post both slope. Yep. So we've got to hold in the strap in place. We've got to turn the assembly over and drop in into a nut, hexagon nut, yeah, into here. So we've got the hexagon nuts with this stage, so we've got 2 of them, so I'm going to get them out. So probably best do it with a magnet. So drop one in there. I won't do the other one yet actually. and then we've got to use turn the back over and fit a bolt through it. I think it's these. I think it's these screws that go in it. These brass ones. So I'm going to do that. But I've got to line up the strap. Make sure the hole is over it, which I think it is. Looks like it's starting to go in. Yep. Or not. Make sure the hole is lined up. Let's see. I could see the hole. Yep, I can see the hole through there. I may not be using the right screw. The screw might be too big. No, I think I'm using the right screw. Let's see if I can do this. Yeah. Yeah, it seems to be lined up. I just need to hold it in place like that. Yeah, that's in. That's in. I think it's not in all the way though. Let me just. Ooh, that's it. I think that's. Yeah, it's in. No, it's not. We don't have any more screws. So, unless I put the screw in the wrong side. Yeah, I put the screw in the wrong side. That's what I've done. Oh! Yeah, it doesn't go in the same side as the nut. I need to separate them. Yeah. I can't separate them. No. Yeah. Yeah. But you get extra in case you do that. Oh dear. Alright, so there that's in. Just checking it's the right screws. Yeah, you always get one extra in case you drop one, or you can't get it out. Right, that's lined up like that. Let's get it in. It's sliding out a little bit, but I just want to try. There we go. Just going to hold the nut at the other side. I'm going to change screwdrivers because I always like this one. That's it, one side in. So we'll get the spare nut and get it in the other side like that. Yeah. And hold that. Just make sure we're lined up. Yeah, that's it. It's in. Just need to change screwdrivers just to get that tightened now. The nut's not really going anywhere because it's housed in a nut shape. So there we go. That's that on there. As you can see, screws on both sides, nuts through the other side. Okay, so I brought the upper frame back, and this goes up here, and you've got these 3 circle guides, so that you can just sit it in, you know, where the cutouts are. You just sit it in there like that, making sure it's secure like that. I'm gonna push them down. And then I've got 4 black screws, so we need to turn it over on the other side and screw it in place. So I'm just going to hold this now. I'm going to spin it around like that. And it said black button screws, but yeah, these are the only black screws I've got, so that one's in. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. Unless it has to be pushed further through. Just thinking. Yeah, they have to push through further. Yeah, that's not going to work. I need to get the screw out. Like that. I need to turn it back the other way. Says black button screws, but black button head screws in the small holes. Where's my screws? There's one. Yeah, they're the right screws. I'm going to turn this over. Let's try again. I don't know if they're going in far enough, you know. I don't think they are. I don't think they're going in far enough. Turn the assembly this way around to fit the opening frame. Oh. No, seems like it goes the other way around. Yeah. Isn't that funny? The other picture showed me something different. Let's see. Yeah, according to this, it goes like that way. Let's see. Turn the assembly around to fit it into the opening of the frame. And that goes under there. And then this sits over the top like that. Yeah, like that. And then we screw it on this side. Right. That makes more sense actually. What I was trying to do doesn't make sense. Right, there we go. That one's in. Yep, that one's in. Yeah, if you want to change the batteries, you just unscrew these 4 screws that I'd set. Lift the battery out, change the batteries and screw it back in place. Yeah, this one doesn't go in properly. But that's how it goes in. Fit all 4 screws in the same way. Yeah, that's it. That's how that goes in. And then we turn it over like that. And there is our battery box securely placed inside. Looking very good. And that is what we should be left with there. That's the battery box there, and the wires on the inside like mine is. Oops, that's on that. And that completes stage 54 of the build. I'd like to thank you for your company. I'll see you in the next video. Stay creative.